The Horizon Islands Republic consists of archipelagos divided up into four main divisions: the Northern, Central, Eastern and Southern divisions. The capital city of the nation, La Roche, is located in the country's Central division. The landscape of the country's islands consists mostly of dense jungles and lush tropical flora, surrounded by steep mountainous cliffs. During the height of colonial era, the Tanoa archipelago became an official territory of France for 2 centuries up until its independence. When Tanoa was granted independence from France, it was officially renamed as the Horizon Islands Republic. Simultaneously, the nation became a recognised member of the United Nations. In late 2035, the country was struck by a series of massive tsunamis that devastated much of the country, with the Tanoa province being particularly hard hit. At the same time, an organised band of insurgents, calling themselves the Syndicate, were overwhelming security forces and seized large swaths of the province from government forces. Both Eastern and Western countries offered to provide humanitarian support. The government preferred working with the West and agreed to carry out joint operations with US-led NATO forces as part of the Safe Horizon exercises. These joint operations lasted until mid-2036, when Syndicate insurgents were beaten in the jungles of Tanoa at the site of the temple ruins, after which many were killed and captured, especially the 4 ringleaders, one of which was killed in the fighting by the Horizon Islands Special Operations Forces as he tried retreating into the jungle. As for the humanitarian crisis, it officially ended in February 2037. Its success is mainly due to the Horizon Islands Defence Forces and Special Operations Forces operations in assistance to gendarmerie and jointly with NATO Special Operations Forces units and intelligence. In March 2038, the Horizon Islands Republic was met with its greatest threat. Some elements of the Syndicate insurgency that survived the Safe Horizon exercises reformed themselves into the now Tanoan Liberation Army, or TLA for short. And considering Tanoa had a small military force and a lightly armed gendarmerie, they had a hard time dealing with the TLA. On March 26th, the Russian government came out in support of a ceasefire between the TLA and the Horizon Islands Republic, but by April 8th, the gendarmerie and the small military force from the Horizon Islands Defence Forces had been evacuated from the Northern District. When this force was relocated to the Central Division, the Gendarmerie Director General Roch Rabinot and the Northern Division Horizon Islands Defence Forces HQ met with the government, which included the President, Ministers of Economy, Defence and Security, Law and Justice, Foreign Affairs and the leading generals of the Horizon Islands Defence Forces, including the Central, Southern and Eastern Division HQs, all met with the President at a national security meeting. This meeting went on for days, and in the meeting's final hours, the Russians sent an unauthorised peacekeeping force to Tanoa. This enraged the military leaders and angered all the ministers, including the Minister of Economy, who had oversight of the vital mining projects on Tanoa and knew how vital they were to the nation's economy. Then, in mid-May, the Horizon Islands Republic, with financial and military aid from NATO, announced all armed individuals, organisations and foreign militaries operating in the Northern Division would be labelled as an enemy of the nation and dealt with by the Horizon Islands Defence Forces. So Operation Liberation began on June 6th, 2038, first with small Special Operation Forces teams conducting attacks at Kotkola Island, one of the regions in the Northern Division. Then over time, more manpower and material would be poured into the operation for the liberation of Tanoa.